So we just talk about your project for CCA's gallery this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the SLOWMOTION project is it's a kind of prehistorical computer that I propose to build it here, and the process is really simple, and because the piece probably could work like a receptacle more than anything else. So it has the participation from the viewer. So the process is simple. You just have a big panel of different on-off switch button, and in front of you you have 5 some boards with lights, and so it's possible to create and to produce different letters, words or signs, and after that the viewer had to make a retranscription of the combination that he used for producing his sign. So he takes the number of each switch, on-off switch, and he makes the transposition on a small book with only the number of the switch that he used. So this is a way to make a kind of recording of what happened during the exhibition time. So if you get entrance to the space of exhibition, you can take this book, for example, and take a combination of number produced by another viewer before you, and just make rehappen what already happened in this space. So it's a kind of for me in this piece, the viewer is becoming like a computer himself. So we are making all the process of what the computer usually do for us. So it's kind of reverse game and a possible experiment of time.
So I think when you arrived here, as you said, you didn't have any particular idea at all, and then maybe gradually you developed, how to do. But I'm very curious about how did you get this idea here? Yeah.
So there is maybe two directions. It's true that when I arrived, I have no special idea to work on, or maybe two, but too much complex for the time that we have to produce it. And so I have this small accident with my feet just before to come, and so I came here with a problem on my foot that make practice the space and the city really in slow motion, in fact. So I was working so slow, I was a kind of maybe a parasite in from the time or something. So I take this time for me, like a kind of singular experiment, and I discovered that I was watching really slowly in the same time. So this physical attitude to the space can possibly condition the way of viewing the things. And so I was observing possibly totally differently the signs that exist here. And so yes, after that, so how it's possible to make a retranscription of that. And I was surprised in the same time here, and everybody know about that, about the presence of a lot of tools here to make an interface between each producing or each action or a lot of things. And so I was quite sure that I have to produce a tool, an instrument for something. So that, and after that, this impossibility for me to produce any picture at this moment because of this condition. And that's it. I think this is a true way that making the things possible. And another way possible too is this relationship in from the signs and the laters. And this effort that we have to make to put sense through the language. So this machine, we can call that like that, I think it's totally a part of a time before the language. And so yeah, I think we are in, for Western people, Eastern from here, I think we are really in the idea of somewhere else, in from the culture, in from the space, in from different things, human condition, human existing, lot of things. So this somewhere else is supposed to be something just before the language, so it's an experience that needs a new machine or new tool to be expressed, in fact. So that's it. It's a strange piece for me too. But I'm really curious to practice it now and to see what could happen. Because with all this different producing, for me, I totally integrate the book, for example, that we will be produced after the show, like a part of the piece. So a possible space to make all the recording possible. And for me, the book becoming totally a possible poetic collective, for collective poetry. So each word or each science produced by each viewers will be composed this kind of small tale probably or something. And yeah, that's it, I think.
And for me it's interesting is because for this piece you really have this idea to something related with the word, yeah, and with the sign and with letter, but it's also very deeply involved with the difference of the culture. Yeah.
Yeah, because on this board, it's a board, so everything it's possible to produce on. It's possible to make a Japanese character or Chinese one, some simple words, because I really want to be in this kind of low resolution picture. So yeah, I think it just the idea that the viewer is the possible projects things in front of the piece is what I'm looking for in general. And for me it's like a picture of desert. It's just something that you have to put something on. And yeah, so yeah, it's a receptacle, as we say in French. I don't know if it exists in English, I suppose. But so it's something that needs the reality of the viewer. It takes it and projects you another time through the space with a small transformation, I suppose, through the time, more than the space. So the experience that we are living, it's a superposition of what we are producing in the same time that the things that you are receiving. So it's kind of this idea of one-to-one, something under something. So it's becoming, yeah, it's I don't know what it is. And I've chosen two different words. So this is my proposition. Like the slave world would be the starting point of the piece and the show. And the anagram of slave is valse, and this valse will be the ending point of the show. And what will happen between this so slow motion modification will be what the viewer will produce, in fact. So it will be the first word of the book and the end word of the book. So the subtitle of the show is Slave to Valse. So the valse is valse. It's a French word, but it's a dance. It's a Austrian dance. So yeah, something about culture and something about that. Yeah, I suppose that through the culture, the things are really in slow motion to be exchanged. So something like that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.